Some would play.
My dad's at home recovering from a surgery. Sorry, Daphne, go ahead.
Oh, you're okay. How's your dad doing?
He's good, man. He's real good. He's good. He's pissed because he's laid up for 6 weeks and he can't do anything about it. So I give him shit because he can't get up and do anything to me because, he's old and recovering from surgery. So I was over at his house dropping the moving pads and the hump strap off, and I just busted his balls the entire time I was there, and he was getting mad, and I was like, what the fuck are you going to do about it, old man? You're laid up. He's like, hand me my cane. I was like, I handed you your cane so you can whack me with it? Fuck you. Good times. Sorry. Go ahead, Daft. Didn't mean to talk over you. My apologies.
You're fine. Do you ever are there ever like weekday masses that don't have very many people?
There are, but so in the Catholic faith, you are obligated to actually go to Mass on Sunday. Now, they have it where there is a Saturday evening Mass that can also count. That is occurring on the actual Sabbath.
The actual Sabbath before the Pope and the Catholic Church changed it. Used to be Saturday.
Yeah, it used to be Saturday. So technically you are supposed to, and they actually had made a stay. There was a rule where you're basically forgiven for not going during COVID. But now that quote unquote everything's, all better, aka it's not. Believe me, it's quite terrifying being in that building and there's all these people and 5 of us are wearing masks. And I'm like, why are at least none of your kids wearing masks? We're all acting like this is over and it is not.
Delta variant's getting out of control.
Fourth wave.
Right. Hello. So I only now go when I'm scheduled to lector, which is about once every month and a half. And I'm going to let Elijah go do religious ed because that one's also hard because without it, he has to do 2 years of that in order to get the sacrament of First Communion.
Communion, yeah.
And I'm a little...
Sorry.
Because I'm the Catholic Church and making, good medical decisions don't always go hand.
Well, they're ahead of most Protestant, evangelical churches.
That's true.
Pray the COVID away.
That's true. I mean, at least they acknowledged it and were like, oh, please stop. Here, everybody start streaming. At least they did it for a while, maybe? But yeah, it's just, I would feel different if most people were wearing masks and stuff, but most of those people are not vaccinated. And again, it's a Catholic church. There are kids everywhere. Come on. It just makes me angry that they're so pro-family and yet they can't mask up their kids.
Gen Con just released a statement that they're saying masks are mandated if you're going to go to Gen Con this year.
Nice.
Thank God.
And a lot of people have said, well, shit, I'm not going to Gen Con then. And I was thinking, God,
Good.
I wish I would have gone to Gen Con now
Right?
because all the anti-maskers aren't going.
I
I feel like you could have so many cosplay opportunities with that.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
Kakashi from Naruto. Anybody from, hey, Matt. What, Tokyo Ghoul? Wear masks all the time? Any fucking shonen or isekai anime has a masked character.
You don't even have to go mask character. You could probably get a mask made that had if a person has a certain smirk or smile or something.
Yeah, that would have that smirk. The Joker smile, the Joker grin.
Yeah.
Just get a mask. Those already exist. You can buy those.
Or Mandalorians, the whole helmet.
Yeah, the whole helmet. Yeah.
I mean, so many opportunities.
Yeah. Fucking
have fun with it,
baby.
Yeah.
Let's how hard is it? It's not hard to put a piece of cloth over your face. Oh, I can't breathe in it. It's so bad for me. Motherfucker, nurses and doctors wear that shit through 13, 14 hours
All I gotta
surgeries.
say is if people complain about that, never again should they ever say a baby needs to be covered while it's trying to nurse.
Fucking A, preach.
Show them them tits.
Matthew, God.
When Rachel was nursing Ronan, we went to Panera Bread, and Ronan was getting fussy when he was still a baby because he was hungry. And Rachel was all apprehensive about nursing Ronan at the table, and I was like, just nurse him.
Whip
We're at
out them
Panera
tits.
Bread. Just nurse him.
Oh.
And there was an older couple sitting next to us, and they saw her begin to nurse Ronan, and the old man and the old lady, they got our attention. They said, we just want you to know that's really great that you're nursing your son in public. And the lady handed her a card. She's a breastfeeding advocate.
Oh.
So she was happy that because Ronan was fussy and hungry and Rachel was apprehensive, I said, just breastfeed him. Who fucking cares?
I mean, all men should be breastfeeding advocates because
yeah.
let's see them tits.
And so yeah, they were really
Will you
really
please
nice.
stop stop putting sexuality into feeding children.
Stop having tits be sexual.
You're the
Stop having great tits. I don't know.
That's not the way I pictured the story going. The way
Yeah, I
you
know.
were-
I didn't picture it either, but yeah, they were saying, hey, they were like, hey, congratulations, it's very brave of you, good
Nice.
job. And in the state of Indiana, you can breastfeed in public. It's not
yeah.
illegal.
I do it all the time.
it shouldn't be
It's
illegal
like,
anywhere. But
yeah, it
yeah.
should be legal everywhere. But yeah, it's it's
See, that's what I love about
open
Indiana
breastfeeding.
is that like Indiana's like this weird place where you're like, oh, it's super red, and it's got a lot of these laws that are not progressive whatsoever. But then you get like these random ones, right? You're like, oh yeah, you can breastfeed, like that's not a problem.
Common sense ones, yeah.
Like there are a lot of common sense, especially if it's like pro family type things.
Yep.
Indiana's for it. I really don't know why more families don't want to live in Indiana. I seriously.
Cost of living's pretty decent. It's not bad.
Set up for kids.
States always in the black. Like we're getting extra money back on our state taxes this
Do you
year.
remember that one year though? Like we had like millions of dollars saved, and then like it went poof somewhere.
No.
This was like a few years
I
ago.
remember
I
the,
don't
the
remember that.
surplus, as they kept
Yeah,
calling it.
we had like a
Mhm.
surplus, and then it was like gone. It was like literally like in the span of less than a year, like it was just like gone, and
You had to
nobody
spend
knew
it
where
on
it went.
hookers.
Hookers and blow.
Our legislature needs to have hookers and blow, and that's expensive.
Yeah, these are the same legislators. Again, they allow breastfeeding in public. They also tried to pass a bill one time in which, if you had a miscarriage, you still had to have a funeral.
Stupid.
And
I
I was
have
just
funerals
like,
for miscarriages all the time. I run them out the back.
and if you know anything about me, I'm like, I'm completely anti-abortion and all that. That does not mean I think you need no.
That's just That's just extra grieving on top of
Exactly.
grieving that you
Yeah.
don't need to fucking deal with.
Like that is like terrible. If you want to have one, go for it. You know
and
what
I
I
will
mean?
say,
But you should not have to legally. Oh my gosh.
the federal judicial level, really, despite the Supreme Court being a mostly like majority conservative bench, they are shutting down and choosing not to hear really stupid fucking cases that are like pro-conservative stuff. They're
Yeah.
like, we're not going to hear this. This is a waste of time. This is already established in this case. We're not wasting our time with this.
Yeah.
That really made me happy, despite me hating Brett Kavanaugh and that the new female justice. I forget her name. I don't hate her because she's a female. I hate her because she's another stupid fucking conservative.
Yeah.
The fact that she's a woman is irrelevant to me. But yeah, the Supreme Court. I was surprised when the Supreme Court denied some of Trump's bullshit with the voter.
Yep.
What's that called?
Penis.
No, it wasn't the voter. The voter fraud bullshit when they wanted to bring these cases to the Supreme Court and they were like, no, this is stupid. This is fucking dumb. We're not hearing these cases. I was like, wow, way to go, Supreme Court. And that really made me happy because now that there's Supreme Court justices, they don't owe Trump any fucking favors
Yep.
because they're Supreme Court justices for life. And I was thinking,
life, baby.
all that pandering they did while he was president was just to get on the Supreme Court. And then they told him to go fuck himself. And that made me so happy. Way to go, Supreme Court. You're mostly conservative and you fucking suck, but hey, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, doing an okay
Thank
job.
you. Yeah, thank you for doing an okay job.
Let's get some term limits up in there.
Yeah, please. But they're doing an okay job on the constitutionality rulings of a document that's fucking 400 years old.
Term limits for
300 years
everyone.
old,
Our broken
whatever.
ass system.
Oh, God, don't even get me started
System
on
don't
Nancy
work.
Pelosi and
Oh,
fucking
Jesus Christ.
Mitch Turtlehead. What's his name?
Pelosi's
Fuck, I
fucking
hate-
worst.
God. And she's a Democrat, and I'm
She's the worst.
left, and I hate Nancy Pelosi. Again, not because she's a woman, but because she doesn't get shit done.
She's the worst. That back and forth with the eviction moratorium, like where the Supreme Court was like, you definitely can't do this without Congress doing something, and then the president being like, I can't do anything without Congress doing anything, and the Congress being like, well, we can't do anything. You should do something. And it's like, did you not hear the fucking Supreme Court say you couldn't do anything without the Congress
Supreme
doing
Court
something?
doesn't make laws.
Right.
Congress makes
Right.
laws.
Yeah.
The executive branch signs it. Well, Congress puts the bill to make it a law. The president signs it into law, but the executive branch, oh my God, has no fucking authority whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, so eviction moratorium for whatever, if it's like, if COVID's bad. And he's like, well, this is going to get challenged in court, but hopefully it'll buy us some time to get that money out there that we, put out for renter assistance and shit. Like,
Which there is still a surplus in Indiana, by the way, on
we
renter
could have
assistance
done
money.
any of
None
that
of those
shit.
funds have really been tapped. But that's because Indiana makes it really, really fucking difficult to get renter assistance.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Again.
It's more of the same. It's the same shit every day, but it doesn't matter whether there's a Republican in the White House or a Democrat in the White House. They're not going to do anything.
They can't
They're not
do
gonna
anything. The only reason you want a Republican or a Democrat in the White House is because that matters on the judicial level.
Right.
Yeah, so you could,
And not just the Supreme Court, but all the federal district
Yeah, the
courts.
district
Yeah.
courts,
Yourself off.
that's where it matters. Like, this is why you get a Democrat president, because then you get more progressive judges in
You
the
hope.
district and the appeals courts, you hope. Yeah.
for a couple
You-
years
you do.
until they take back the Senate. The president, can appoint judges, but the Senate has to confirm.
The
So
Senate has to confirm,
as
yeah.
soon as the midterms happen and the Senate goes back to Republican time, it's not confirmed, not confirmed, not confirmed, not confirmed all again. So
Mm.
Yep.
you know,
Fucking
it's-
wild, man.
the president's not magic. It takes the Senate
There
and,
are
and the House.
stupid people that I am friends with that think the president has anything to fucking do with gas prices.
Yeah, incredible.
Oh yeah.
Like, the president doesn't roll out of bed and say, I want gas to be $3.15 a gallon today. Hey, ExxonMobil and all of you gas people, set your prices at $3.15.
Yeah,
they legitimately think that.
Yeah, and they're dumb as shit. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Rissa, I'm talking about you. You're fucking retarded.
Yeah, Rissa, whoever you are,
I mean,
Dummy.
I love you to death, Rissa, but you're dumb as hell.
dumb as hell, I assume. Most people
She's
are.
one of those people that thinks the president has control over gas prices.
Well,
Incredible.
did you tell her that?
Yes, I had the conversation with her about the president doesn't set gas
Well,
prices.
did she learn then?
No,
Does
no,
she
she
know
didn't.
now?
I
It's
wear
pointless.
kid gloves with her because she's
Oh,
fragile.
wait.
Hmm.
But no.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Pointless to talk to these people.
I just
I'm-
going down